De-dollarization has happened. You've looked, the world has bifurcated into the autocratic powers of China, Russia, and its affiliates, gone. And China's buying gold for a reason, because it knows what it's planning, and it's not nice. So de-dollarization is a reality. The world is bifurcated, and the current American empire was based on the whole world being dollarized. So you halve it, or you knock a third of it off, and it's just not going to work. So the dollar is really under threat. But then if you look at the yen, that's under threat because it sits next to China and it's number one target. If you look at Europe, and I think at the moment, we'll come on to the NATO view of Russia because it's a little bit alarming again. They're so hubristic. They never predict anything that comes ahead. And one of the things they're saying is, Ukraine is obviously sapping the strength out of Russia. What they don't realize is the Chinese and the North Koreans, when they finish their job in Asia, are going to send their soldiers to the Eastern Front quicker than we actually can rearm. And so we need to be aware this is a world war. It isn't just a regional set of isolated events anymore. And we need to be prepared for the massive manpower that China and the Asian countries can bring to bear and resources for industrialization. So this idea that don't worry, the Russians won't be up for it for 10 years is another hubristic idea that's madness. So de-dollarization, yes. Inflation, absolutely. Inflation is going to come because resources are going to go up. This is the phase in the Kondratiev cycle, the C wave, where resource constriction comes through conflict. And, things like gold go up to 10,000 and oil reaches 350 by the peak of 2030. It's nasty stuff. So inflation for a money printing Western world is a nightmare. And we are going to have to face it. And I think there's going to be a massive round of debt forgiveness. Somewhere all of the Western debt's going to turn into 100-year debt with a bullet payment somewhere in the future. And all you've got is a piece of paper. Because without it, we're not going to make it. We just can't create a war economy. And I think that's really what's going to happen. Is interesting enough, we've sort of had this non-real, highly fiatized economy. And war will bring us back to reality, real production rates, real manufacturing capabilities. It isn't about handbags anymore. I'm sorry. If it doesn't help us win a war, it's not there. And so, yes, they'll print money in a different way, but no, it's not going to go to the Magnificent Seven's share price. It's going to go to different places. So we need to get our head around that transition, which is happening as we speak.